love to see the portion sizes on that. I don't think that's enough protein for him. Obviously, carbs are also very important, but protein is the #1 macro. I did not see a single thing that he ate. 70% of your carbohydrates should be during your training. I don't really love any sort of cold water immersion for fat loss. It really doesn't do anything. So everything was good there, but you don't want to be eating during your training or peanut butter during training or throughout the day, like in between sessions. In this video, we are going to be analyzing a multi-time CrossFit Games athlete, Noah Ohlsen's diet. He posted this about a year ago. I'm really excited to go through it. And to be honest, I have not watched the full thing. I watched the first minute of it and I was like, let's do it. I haven't done a lot of reviews like this, so you guys bear with me. And if I miss anything that I didn't cover or forgot to cover, I will try to put it in description and notes below. 50% of you guys that watch these videos are not subscribed, and it really helps the channel and CBG and our team if you just take a second to click that subscribe button, like and share, whatever you prefer. Let's get into it. Miami life.
Good morning. Come on in. Max, say hi. Say hello.
Wonder what Max's calories are.
Haven't had you guys over for a little morning routine action in a while.
Nice crib.
We figured we would show you what that looks like. Usually wake up around 8 a.m. Joanna's already left for work. Max and I have a little bit of a slow
8 a.m.'s
start.
not bad.
Come out, eat breakfast, go for a walk, and then head to the gym. Max gets to eat first.
Breakfast and in the gym, all right.
New low.
All right, let's get these calories from Max. I better feed that boy twice a day, at least,
While
3
Max
times.
eats, I'll get set up. I eat a pretty hefty breakfast. I try to get in about 1,300 calories. Well, I don't try to get that in. That just so happens to be what.
Okay, 1,300 calories for breakfast. I mean, if I was breaking down Noah's plan, I would think he's on 4,000 plus. I'd love to know a little bit more about his training, obviously, but this is a guesstimate based off of the other games athletes that I work with. Noah has a lot of muscle. He's obviously training pretty hard and with good intensity, but also volume. So 1,300 calorie breakfast. I like it. Let's see what it is.
Is to be what my breakfast routine ends up being. I do my own overnight oats. I usually make like 5 of them on Sundays, so I have them ready to go throughout the week.
So overnight oats are great. I'll tell you why. It's you planning ahead. Planning ahead is absolutely key when it comes to nutrition. Not having things prepared when you're ready to go eat is like your gym being 45 minutes or an hour away. You're more likely not to go to your gym if you live further away from your gym because of the convenience factor. We do the same with food. So if you don't have these overnight oats ready in the morning, what's gonna happen? Number 1, you have to make them. That's that barrier. 2, you eat something totally off track. Or 3, you just don't eat at all, which is definitely not gonna be good for Noah because, like I mentioned, he is obviously a games athlete and a really high competitive, high volume, high training athlete. So really like seeing him prepared all out for the week for his breakfast.
But I'll do the overnight oats, Honey Crisp apple, the only kind that I'll eat anymore.
I agree.
Some chicken sausage, toss those in the air fryer.
Nice.
Put that on an English muffin with some strawberry jam. Usually before I eat anything in the morning, I'll try to drink a big glass of cold water.
Nice. Yeah, no, it's good. I mean, you need water to get everything just where it needs to be in nutrients, absorption, digestion, all important. It looks like he puts the 2 sausage in air fryer. I would love to see the portion sizes on that. I don't think that's enough protein for him. Obviously, carbs are also very important, but protein is the #1 macro if you're doing 4 to 5 WODs per week. He's doing more than 4 to 5 WODs per week.
Lately, I've been drinking some of this stuff, strong coffee. It's just like a instant coffee mix that has some protein in it. Tastes pretty good.
Nice.
And then an English muffin with some jelly and those chicken sausages. Usually I'll have a banana. We're out of bananas today, so I might replace it with a mango that came off our tree in the front yard, which is pretty cool.
Nothing more convenient than mangoes in your backyard.
Muffin's good to go. I like mine.
Yeah,
nice
toast on the muffin with the jelly. He's got over 100 grams of carbs in his breakfast with the oats, for sure.
Premium spread. Jelly or jam in the comments. Chicken sausages, but
Chicken
I don't know,
sausage.
sweet and savory. I like it. I think it's good.
It's not enough
You can either
protein.
go full sandwich.
It's definitely not enough protein. I don't know what's in that coffee blend he mentioned. Caffeine is actually a great neurotropic. It's a great pre-workout, especially mixed with carbohydrates. Caffeine actually helps the absorption of carbohydrates. I love that. Nothing wrong with any of the carbohydrate sources that he has here, but he definitely has over 100 grams of carbohydrates, which I love. But I think he's coming up short on the protein side. One of those patties, probably 2 ounces. Maybe he has 25 grams of protein in his breakfast. We'll kind of see once he gets it all together.
I'm not in a macro phase right now where
Let's
getting
go.
as many as when we're like deep in the heat of training. When we were prepping for semifinals, I was getting like 500 to 600 grams of carbs per day, and so I would put a scoop of this on each side of the English muffin. We're just easing our way back into training and games prep, so
Okay.
macros right now with Mike Malloy are 450 grams of carbs,
Okay.
200 grams of protein, and 100 grams of fat, roughly.
That's not bad. I like his split for the off season. It's great, no problem. Focusing on food composition in the off season is important. In the off season, you want good food composition because your body's trying to just repair and get everything it needs for the long season ahead. I'm really wondering how he's going to get 200 grams of protein in a day if he's just getting in those 2 sausage patties, which is about 25 grams total. He still has another 175 grams.
1 scoop of peanut butter, 1 scoop of jelly. I don't put it beforehand in like the overnight portion of the oats because they both get really solid,
Smart.
like the peanut butter as well, and don't mix into the oats very well. I like to just stir it around. Voila, we got the goods.
Very colorful.
Let's take it to the great outdoors.
Got the antioxidants for sure, Noah. Damn, I want to chill at his crib. Got the pool.
My Fitness Pal. I already have. This is a little hack.
Hold up. MyFitnessPal? Come on now. If this is how Noah keeps track, it's great, but you definitely don't need to use MyFitnessPal. You can understand the portions, kind of like how I've been explaining his approach so far and his meal so far, and we're going to see what the total is here. I'm really looking closely at the protein total. That, I think, is the most important.
If you use MyFitnessPal to track your macros and you've never done this, I'll create some meals that I eat consistently. That way you're not having to add all the individual components in every day. So under my meals, I have one titled Notes, which is a combination of Noah's Oats. It is 844 calories. So this little bowl alone has 127 grams of carbs, 19 grams of fat, and 44 grams of protein.
That is where he has the protein. So those are not oats, Noah. Those are protes. He likes to call them notes. That's fine too. But definitely that's where a lot of the protein is. So the 44 there plus his patties, I mean, he's getting in a front-loaded breakfast of a hell of a lot of protein, which is great. Like I told you guys, I did not watch this ahead of time. So I was wondering where that protein was going to come from, and it's not bad. He just probably puts 2 scoops of protein powder inside of his protes.
100 grams of quick oats, 100 grams of frozen berries, scoop of peanut butter, scoop of jelly, 200 milliliters of low-fat oat milk, 1 scoop of protein, and a tablespoon of honey. So I'll add
Nice.
that in.
Okay.
And then the English muffin, the jelly, chicken sausage, got our apple.
Seems exhausting. Playing Tetris in MyFitnessPal. What's going on here? Oh, I gotta track this, I gotta do that, and I gotta do this. He should already be done half his meal now, headed to the gym, but obviously has to track everything in MyFitnessPal. So if he didn't want to do this anymore, he could just understand his portions appropriately. He could have this same breakfast a lot of the days and just switch up the fruit, switch up the oats for grits, or switch it up for cereal. Really easy. We gotta take up part of this video to track.
Mango and our strong coffee. Bada bing, bada boom. This is a 1,460 calorie breakfast. It's pretty significant. 220 grams of carbs,
Yep.
35 grams of fat, 76 grams of protein.
Yep.
Sounds like a lot, and it is, but I'm heading to the gym to train immediately after this, so it's all fuel that will be utilized. Let's dig in.
I think this is really cool. It's definitely a lot, but front loading it for athletes is important. They're ready, they're hungry in the morning. It's way harder to get in meals throughout the day. Blood that you have that's going towards helping digestion is going to active muscle tissue for recovery. And so you're not as hungry. That's why you don't feel as hungry right after a workout. You got to get your body used to that. A big breakfast like this, I actually love this for Noah. Completely approve. I love it. Nice walk. This helps digestion.
Nice.
Very nice.
Boy.
So many people complain about bloating and digestive issues. Right after a meal, the water he had for breakfast, great, helps digestion. Going for a walk, also great. Like, this is what you should be doing. And if you're not doing these things and you're bloated, you should try going for a good walk after each meal, especially a big meal like that, so that your body can get the digestive process really going.
Let's go inside.
That's a good dog. My dog could not be roaming around like that.
Last week was a 6-second sprint, 24 seconds easy. And then at the 30-second mark, you jump off and pick up a sandbag and just hold it for 30 seconds. And then the next one is same exact thing on the Echo bike, 6-second sprint,
Some workouts,
24 seconds
it's
easy.
cool. Noah just did a hell of a lot of training, which we'll show in the video here quickly. I did not see a single thing that he ate. I didn't see any intra-workout carbohydrates. I didn't see a protein shake post-workout. None of that's good. I'm hoping that he catches us up on what he was doing there and they just didn't get it on camera. But he just did multiple hours of training, multiple Metcons and pieces. 70% of your carbohydrates should be during your training. Obviously, you still need to get in protein. That speeds up the recovery process, especially after Metcons, because that's when your muscles are breaking down. I'm sure he had maybe something, but I didn't see anything on camera.
Watch out.
Ice bath. So personally, and obviously I'm a nutritionist, but I don't really love any sort of cold water immersion for fat loss. It really doesn't do anything. You should be doing ice baths or cold water immersion on off days. That's going to help recovery. If you do it on days, you're stunting some of the growth, the repair, and some of the SAR curve, which is the stimulus adaptation recovery curve that you need. So I'm not really sure on this, but if you want to use it properly for recovery, you actually have to be doing this on off days, not on workout days.
I would say when I'm in a training rhythm of training 5 days a week pretty hard, I'll probably do it 3 or 4 days out of the week. Today's Tuesday, and this is day 2 of plunging. Now that it's getting really, really hot out in like middle of the summer here in Miami, it also just feels good to cool your body down after being overheated all day.
All right, getting out the ice bath, 1724. He's throwing Max in the ice bath.
Whoa!
It's Max's off day, so he can go in the ice bath. Freaking love that pool,
Here are
man.
some of the snacks that I will eat throughout the day when I'm training. These are super easy carbs to take down. It's just applesauce in a pouch.
This is good. This is what's missing during the training session that we didn't see. The carbohydrates, the proteins, and stuff like that. So I'm glad including this. I want to see if it's enough carbs and what's going on, and protein, because he didn't show any protein, but I'm hoping he goes through that now.
Like this type of RX bar, some dried fruit, little pretzel, and hummus. Oftentimes I'll also do sandwiches, some like potato bread and turkey. Didn't do that today, so I'm gonna try to have a bigger dinner. It's dinner time, and what we are cooking up tonight.
So everything was good there but the hummus. You don't want to be eating hummus during your training or peanut butter during training or throughout the day, like in between sessions. It's not going to digest. It's not going to be good. So front loading fat in the morning and at night, great. As 70% of your carbs should be around your workout time, 70% of your fat calories should be away from your workout time. It's weird for Noah and a lot of games athletes because they usually train basically all day. And so therefore it's always trying to prioritize these things, but let's see what's for dinner.
We've got trifecta white rice and the fully cooked bison burgers.
Nice. A lot of people underestimate meal prep companies. Meal prep companies, even if they alleviate one meal for you, can be great. And I know a lot of you guys are going out for lunch, going out for dinner. This is going to be more cost effective. Trifecta is a little bit expensive because they have a lot of affiliate programs where they have to pay out people that are promoting their meals. But a local meal prep company can be a game changer for you guys. It's packaged, ready to go, and it's convenient. Noah's utilizing this to his advantage.
Rice as my carbs, the bison burgers as the protein source. I'm gonna put those in the air fryer just to kind of heat them up. Rice goes in the microwave.
Big air fryer guy.
And then we got some brioche buns from Whole Foods.
More
those
bread.
Will be for the
Cool.
burgers. Add some avocado, some ketchup, some greens.
Yep.
We're good to go.
I'm interested to see his macro split throughout the day. He's opening up the rice packet now from Trifecta. You know, one thing he did mention, he's going to have some greens here. He missed lunch completely. He just had snacks. Getting in some sort of lunch in between training sessions, I think that's usually what most people should do. And then he didn't really have any greens for breakfast either. So he needs to double up on the greens here, or he's just going to be left with one serving of vegetables, which for games athletes in the in season is actually okay. But in the off season, you want to be loading yourself with fiber, with other micronutrients and vegetables. So let's see how he finishes.
This rice is actually, as silly as it sounds, probably one of our favorite things from Trifecta. It's just so good. It's like really
Easy.
fluffy, tasty rice. And all you have to do is throw it in the microwave for like 2 to 3 minutes.
Okay, so here are my final thoughts on this, and overall, there's no way he hit his protein goal with what he showed. I'm thinking he had some protein shakes throughout the day that he didn't showcase here in this little full day of eating doc, because the protein he got in the morning was around 70. The patties, he probably got another 50 there, and so he's coming up short in his protein goal. His body weight is probably somewhere between the 185 to 200 range, and so he definitely didn't hit his protein goal here. So this is good. This is where accountability and some of those things come in, and Mike Malloy, being his coach, hopefully is able to help him with that. Now, the carbohydrate amount, I'm not sure what was in the Trifecta rice, but all great options here in terms of the foods he selected. I would like to see a bit more fiber in his diet, a bit more vegetables, and definitely he didn't prioritize those intra-workout carbs as much as I'd like, but that middle of the day, him training a lot, not getting in a lunch is probably not going to be the best for him. This is my review of Noah. On a scale of 1 to 10, I'll give Noah an 8. I think that he did really good here. He's obviously been doing this for a really long time, and I think it's hard to put these eating full days together because you forget things, and so it's hard to get an accurate understanding of what he was eating. Noah's a beast. I give him an 8 out of 10, and I'm hoping he does another video like this so we can go through things in more detail. All right, guys, YouTube wants you to watch this video next, and I'll see you guys on the next one.